What's going on YouTube? Just wanted to do a video here to celebrate the 1-year marker of the tank. The 1-year marker was actually back in April, but I was able to put a video here together to bring you guys back down memory lane and see how this tank has evolved throughout the year. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so here we're prepping the stand, painting the inside and the outside with a black semi-gloss waterproof paint, patting the bottom of the stand, and also matting the inside with a rubber vinyl to protect it from any water spills. We got the sump in, the trigger system's Ruby 36. Here we're getting the sump situated. Prepping the back of the tank to paint it with a black acrylic paint. Our return pump, the Eheim 1262, and getting ready to lay out the plumbing. As you guys know, several trips back and forth to the hardware store. Finally, we were able to get the job done. Here's a top-down view of the plumbing completed. Now the only other thing I did was switch out on the returns, the ball valves. I switched them out for gate valves. Purchased this piece of plywood to seal the back of the stand, leaving a 2-inch gap for ventilation and wiring. Making sure the tank is leveled and also performing a leak test to make sure that none of the plumbing is leaking. Time for the aquascape. Was trying out several aquascapes in my living room, had a mess. Some of the tools I was using, and of course with the little help of Mr. Bud Light Line. You're just giving it the final touches, covering up the acrylic rods and the final product. I went with the Carib Sea Fiji Pink Live for the substrate. I used about 4 bags of these, total of 80 pounds of sand. And I think once the sand was added, it gave it a nicer look. Five-stage RODI system, the best thing you can buy for your reef. Here's the first 30 gallons of water. Started out with Instant Ocean because I only had fish in my tank, and of course making sure that the salinity was right. There she is, finally, for the first time with some salt water. As many as you guys know, I ran my system this way approximately for about 5 months until I was able to get enough money to start purchasing the other things I needed down here for my sump. So I kept my system just with weekly water changes, doing a 20% water change every week, and changing out my filter socks. Here's a cleanup crew I purchased for the tank. Getting the Blue Hippo tank and the Mora Shadow acclimated. The clowns and the yellow tan were the first members of the tank. And there's the 3 musketeers. Finally, got some money. I purchased the reactors for GFO and carbon, and the things I needed to get my refugium established. And there's a look at the sump with the refugium and the reactors installed. Here we were introducing the Golden Dwarf Moray eel for the first time. And there is the eel happy and loving his cave I built for him. Finally got my lights in. The Orfix Atlantic V2.1 Wi-Fi. Really happy finally I was able to start to put some coral into the tank. This is how I initially installed them, using the hanging kit that came with the lights. But of course I wanted a thing to create something more cleaner with a cleaner look, so I created my own brackets for the light using the T-slots. Much nicer, cleaner look. It's a gift certificate I won from Reefapalooza for $100. I was finally able to use it. Here's a couple of pictures of the first coral to ever go into the 120. Along with the purchase of the first coral, I also purchased a rose bubble tip anemone. And in about 2 to 3 weeks, my clowns were finally hosting it. It was a proud moment. A little downfall on the tank. I was experimenting with some carbendazole and had a cyanobacteria bloom. I started tackling it down with water changes and siphoning out as much as I could. It was a stressful time for the tank. On top of that, the Moorish idol was also nipping at coral, so I had to remove him from the tank. I created a DIY trap, and in approximately about 3 days we were able to catch him. Finally in December I was able to purchase the last piece of equipment I needed to complete my filtration, the Vertex Omega 180i. Here's a look at the sump finally completed. Here's a look at the tank after winning the cyanobacteria outbreak. Here I'm feeding the reef. As you can see, the Achilles tank and the powder blue tank there are the new members to replace the Moorish idol. Mr. Maury Eel chilling by Chalice Land. Here's a couple of pictures of coral and how the tank is doing currently. Alright guys, so there it is, the 1-year marker of the tank. It's awesome to see how this hobby is so rewarding and to see how the tank evolves throughout the months and years. I hope you guys enjoyed, and once again, thank you guys for watching.